Hello and welcome. Today, we are talking all about the future of your job. It's a future that's being reshaped by artificial intelligence at a speed that is, frankly, kind of dizzying. So we're going to break down what that means for you, for your company, and yeah, maybe for all of us. So let's just cut right to it. This is the big question, isn't it? Is AI coming for your job? It's what everyone is thinking about, whether you're on the front lines or in the corner office. And as you can see, the path forward here, well, it is anything but a straight line. The answer is way more complicated than just a simple yes or no. And the pressure to figure it out, it is immense. I mean, just look at this number. A recent Gartner survey found that a whopping 91% of customer service leaders are feeling intense, and I mean intense, pressure from their executives to get AI implemented. So no, this isn't some far-off trend. This is a top-down mandate, and it's happening right now.
But here's the catch. While all the execs are pushing hard for AI to boost efficiency, there's this huge hurdle on the ground floor, the actual people who have to use it. And that creates this, fundamental tension right at the heart of this whole AI revolution in the workplace.
Okay, so let's start there at the ground level. What really happens when AI actually shows up in your day-to-day work? Well, this quote from Harvard Business Review just nails it, doesn't it? It gets right to the core fear. For most employees, the second a leader starts talking about AI efficiencies, the gut reaction, the immediate translation is, "Oh, great, I'm about to lose my job." And this is exactly why the smartest leaders are working so hard to reframe the entire conversation. You can see the two sides of it right here. The goal is to shift everyone's focus away from job cuts and over to higher value work. It's not about getting rid of people. It's about getting rid of the boring, tedious parts of their jobs, which frees up all that amazing human brain power for critical thinking and building real relationships. So how do they do that? Well, they're using these really practical, people-first strategies. Harvard Business Review points to things like gamifying engagement, making it fun, or celebrating employees who solve really tough problems for customers, not just celebrating the person who used the new tech first. It's all about running small, bite-sized experiments to get some quick wins. It makes this huge change feel achievable, not like some order being handed down from above. So you can see how this challenge on the ground quickly scales up, right? It forces a huge shift for the entire organization. We're way past just managing a new tool. We are now navigating a fundamental change in how businesses even operate.
According to Deloitte, the pace of change has gotten so fast that companies are at a tipping point. It's not about balancing stability and change anymore. The old S-curve of growth is basically breaking, forcing companies to make this risky, almost blind leap to the next curve just to survive.
And this chart shows you exactly how to make that leap successfully. Deloitte's research is pretty clear. Companies that just focus on the tech are 1.6 times more likely to fail to hit their goals. The winners, they're the ones taking a human-centric approach. And you might ask, why is that? Well, any company can go out and buy the same technology, right? But what they can't replicate is your people, their creativity, their ability to adapt. That's the real advantage.
So, what does a human-centric approach actually look like when the rubber meets the road? Well, it means we have to stop thinking about just automating tasks and start completely rethinking entire job roles from the ground up.
Harvard Business Impact has a great term for this, the non-linear evolution of roles. I know it's a bit of a mouthful, but it's a perfect description. It basically means that those nice, tidy, predictable career paths, they're going away. For instance, a single marketing manager role might splinter into 3 new jobs: an AI campaign strategist, a data analyst, and a creative prompt engineer. Or it could just merge with a job from the sales department. The path forward isn't straight anymore.
And to navigate all this chaos, companies are using frameworks like this one, the 4B framework. Basically, for any new skill they need, they have a big choice to make. Do they buy the talent by hiring an expert? Do they build it by upskilling their own people? Do they borrow it by using contractors for a project? Or, and this is the new one, do they just give the task to a bot? And if you think this is all just theory for some far-off future, check this out. This chart from Gartner shows it's already happening. 84% of leaders are already making plans to add new skills to their teams, and 80% are planning to move employees into totally new roles. That nonlinear evolution, it's here. Okay, let's take a deep breath, because now we're going to zoom way out. All these changes inside companies, the new skills, the shifting jobs, they're really just the first tremors. Some futurists are looking much farther down the road, and what they see isn't just a tremor, it's an earthquake that could change our world in ways we can barely imagine. And the predicted timeline is moving shockingly fast.
Some experts are now forecasting that artificial general intelligence, that's AGI, AI that can reason and learn just like a person, could be here as soon as 2027. Just a few years after that, humanoid robots could automate most physical jobs. And it's all building towards this idea of the singularity in 2045, a point where technology progresses so fast, so exponentially, that it becomes literally impossible for us to predict what happens next.
This analogy just captures the idea so perfectly. It describes the predicted gap between our intelligence and a future superintelligence. We can try to guess what it'll do, but we might just not have the mental capacity to even understand its goals or its actions. Kind of like how my dog can't possibly understand why I'm sitting here talking to a microphone. And that leads to probably the most shocking prediction of all, a potential future with 99% unemployment. Now, to be clear, that's not the 10% unemployment we think of as a major crisis. This is a world where almost every single human job, both the thinking ones and the physical ones, has been automated.
And this is the core reason why this revolution is just different. Think about it. The Industrial Revolution gave us better tools, like the engine. But AI isn't just another tool, it's an inventor. It can automate the very act of invention itself. That creates this explosive cycle of progress that could spiral beyond our control, maybe even beyond our understanding.
Which leaves us right here, with the biggest question of all. If AI really is the last invention we ever need to make, and the entire world of work as we've known it for centuries just goes away, what's our new purpose? What do we, as a species, do next?